Good morning, everyone. It's Sarah, and it's time for our live video. I'm so glad to be able to do this today. I was a little concerned because we were having thunderstorms, and I noticed that my electricity flickered a little bit. Things have settled down, and now we can have our live video chat. So I'm very, very excited. Good morning, Tina. I was just checking to see if my comments were working right. Well, today, if you don't know, is Tuesday. Sometimes I get confused what day of the week it is. But anywho, it's time for our live video chat. And if you don't know and you're just popping in, every Tuesday I do try to have a live video chat at 9:30 a.m., which is Mountain Time, because I'm south of Denver in Colorado. Now, there may be, circumstances where I may not be able to, but I really try hard to do it every week. Now, this week we've got lots of things to talk about. I'm going to be giving the announcement of the winners in just a little bit of our 20,000 YouTube subscriber announcement, winners, celebration, whatever you want to call it. It was so exciting to reach that number. And I noticed on the comments that there's lots of new people that are saying, well, we just found you, and I'm so glad that you did. Now, just a disclaimer, if you're looking for perfection, I'm not it. I do like to have fun, and I love crochet, and my goal on my YouTube channel is to have everybody love crochet. Man, woman, boy, or girl. If I could teach my dogs to crochet, I would. Speaking of that, I got a question last week. They're like, where are your dogs and how are they so quiet when you're doing your live video? Let me show you. They are sacked out. Every day about this time is their morning nap time. They've had their breakfast. We went outside and ran around the yard, and now they're snoozing. And if you don't know, that's Maximo and Rosie Bell, my two chihuahuas. They do a lot of modeling for my dog clothes and dog hats and things. So anyway, I've got my pineapple shirt on today. And I've got a new pineapple coffee cup. I thought this would be great because I could do cold or hot coffee in this cup. And I really wanted to have cold coffee today because I have a toasted coconut coffee that I just love, but I'm drinking it hot today. Hello, everyone. I hope that you'll take a second and clink in. All righty. Now, if you noticed, I did a little video on Instagram, and it said today we're going to learn how to make the curliest curlicues, and we're going to get right to that in just a minute. What I want to do is I'm going to announce the winners, and then I'll announce it again at the end in case somebody didn't get a chance to pop in. So I see all of you here, Vivian and Kimberly and Debbie and Dawn and Marlene, April, Marjorie. Trying to see Jeannie. Oh, you're moving so fast. I'm so glad you're all here, Vivian. I love the name Vivian, too. All right. Now, we have 3 winners. We have 2 people who will be winning this cotton pack. And then we also have 1 winner. Let me set this down without knocking anything over. That's going to win the mystery box of yarn. Okay. So the first winner that's going to win the mystery box, before I do this, I want you to understand how you get your prize, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to say the 3 names, and then I'm going to say my email address. I will not contact you. You contact me. I'll give you my email address, and you say I'm such and such. And then when you email me, all I need is your shipping address, okay? And then I'll get these right out to you. Okie dokie artichokies. All right, so the winner of, let me pop on my glasses so I can see what I wrote here. Sorry. All right, so the winner of the mystery box is Cheryl Bracewell. The first winner for the mystery box of yarn is Cheryl Bracewell. All right. Now, the two winners of the packages of cotton yarn, the 10 skeins I just showed you, the first winner is Jennifer Hellwedge. Jennifer Hellwedge. That's one winner. The second winner is Barbara Berry-Alice. Now, let me say her name again just in case. Barbara Berry-Alice. Now, what I want you winners to do is email me at sach@poshpoochdesigns.com. It's ssh.poshpoochdesigns.com. And I'm going to I'll put that in the comments afterwards just in case so that you can see it and just click on it. Alrighty, and then I'll also put it on the video when I send it over to YouTube. All right, congratulations to my winners. And like I said, I'm not going to chase you down. You chase me down. Just email me, alrighty? Congratulations, and I'm going to say the names again at the end of the video. All right, so let's talk about curly cues. Let me pop over here to this other one. And I got a message from a really wonderful lady, and she said, I have tried and tried to make curly cues, and I just can't get them to curl. And so I'm going to show you the way I do it, and it's super duper easy. And here's some variegated. This one I did with some blue and white. This one is red and white. I can put those together for fun. And then solid green, and then this one I made to kind of look like a pineapple. All right, so if you want to work along with us, you just need some worsted weight number 4 yarn. I'm going to be stitching with an H hook. This is an H8 5.00 millimeter hook. You'll need a needle to weave in those ends, and of course a pair of scissors to clip that. I'm going to pop my glasses back on. All right, now the way this little simple pattern works is you're going to need 5 chains per inch, and I'm going to say approximately because everyone's stitch is different. And that's going to get you a curl that's about this long. We'll be chaining 23, and then we're going to put a bunch of double crochets, all right? And to me, this is the easiest way to make these curls. And I love them. I love to put them on all kinds of things. So I'm going to make a slip knot. I'm going to chain 23. So you need to chain 5 chains per inch plus 3 additional chains. Whoops. All right, there's 10. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and then 3. Now, this is going to get you a curl. Let me get my hook back in there. That's approximately 4 inches. Now, if you want your curl to be longer, just add 5 chains per inch. Alrighty. So what we're going to do is we're going to begin with a double crochet in the 4th chain from the hook. So we'll count those chains, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to 1 wrap over my yarn, go in that 4th chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through the first 2, yarn over, and go through the second 2. That's a double crochet. And the way we get our curl to curl really well is we're going to put 3 double crochets in each of the chains across. So there's 1. This is a chain 3 does usually count as a double crochet. It's just going to be an extra double crochet on this pattern. All right, so we're going to put 2 more double crochets in this same chain. All right, now all the way up my chain, I'm going to place 3 double crochets in each chain. And as I work, you'll see that it just magically curls. Now this makes a nice size curl. And if you want to stitch this in half double crochets or even single crochets, you certainly can. It will just make a skinnier curl. 1, 2, 3. And see how it's already starting to curl over? That is exactly what we want it to do. 1, 2, and 3. And it's just curling right up there exactly the way I want it to. So basically, you can chain as long as you want to, and just place 3 double crochets in each chain, and you can make a curl any size that you want to. Well, where would we use these curls? You can put them on hats, you can put them on scarves and cowls, you can put them on purses and handbags, lots of children's clothes. And I used to make these when my daughter was little, and I would just attach them to the top of her tennis shoes just for fun. Now, I wouldn't make them quite this long, of course, but just for fun. And I used to make hair curls for her hair. And there's lots of things that you can use these fun little curls for. Alrighty, so I'm almost to the end here, and you can see how just by putting 3 double crochets in each of those chains, it's just magically curling right up. I'll try to finish this up real quick. I have noticed if I try to crochet fast, I mess up. So I don't want to go too fast. 1 and 2. And then I'm going to show you a little trick that you can do if you're going to add, say, several curls, maybe in different colors, to the top of a hat. I'm going to show you a little trick that I do so that we don't have so many strings and bunchiness. Let's see. Yep, there was 3 there. Now, there are lots of different ways of making curls. Some patterns, if you don't want one that's quite so bulky, will have you do a double crochet, chain 1, and then a double crochet. And it still gets the same amount of stitches because you've got that chain in there. But it's not quite so bulky. I just found that I just really like doing them this way. I think it works great. You get a nice tight curl. All right, just a few more. These also whip up relatively quickly. And I'm letting it sort of do the little ripple thing because I wanted to show you something also when I get to the end. The lady that contacted me, what she was doing was, see how it's kind of rippling up there instead of curling? It will do that. And then you just make it curl. And I'll show you. That was where her frustration was, because she said it just ripples up, but it doesn't curl. And really it will. You just have to, I'll show you how to curl it back around. All right, so I've got 1 chain left. I'm going to put those 3 double crochets in this last chain. Get in there. All right, and now I'm going to chain 3. I'm going to slip stitch in this same chain. I'm not going to tie off just yet. What the lady was doing was she was leaving it like this rather than just twisting it like this and making the curl. So she was doing it correct. She just wasn't letting it curl. And it works great if you're just going to ripple for for some reason. All right, so what I was going to show you is if you're going to hook several curls together for a hat, rather than having another string, you can do like this, chain 5, slip stitch again, and it makes a little loop. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. There we go. Tie that off. And I'm just going to go ahead and tie a knot. And We can dab that with a little bit of fabric glue or fray check. I don't recommend hot glue on this one because if they're going to wear them outside, or if it's going to be on something you're going to carry outside, that hot glue might melt. All right, so now I have a little loop, and what you can do is make several little loops like on the ends. These, I don't have them on there. This one has a little loop. And what you'll do is you'll finish them all off with loops, and then you'll take one and leave the strings on, and then you can put the strings through all those loops, and then you can attach them all together without having a whole bunch of strings. It works great for the tops of hats, or I used to do them this way when I would put them on my daughter's shoes. Now, this one is a little bit shorter, and that would be a nice size for the top of a shoe. So it's up to you what size that you want to make them. And you can change colors like I did here. And I just did the top green so that it would resemble, what do you think it is? A pine cone? Nah, it's a pineapple. But it could be a pine cone if it was brown. And so that's what I wanted to show you today. Curly cues are wonderful and they're fun. My chair back over here. And they're perfect on lots of things, and I really love making them, and I always have when my daughter was little. I loved making them. I love it when they have a hat and it's got like a big spray of those curls, or at the bottom of a scarf. I mean, it's just a fun little technique that you can do. And I have found, yes, there are lots of different ways to make curly cues, but I have found that this one, for me, works the best. Now, something to remember. When I'm doing videos, whether I'm doing a tutorial or information or a technique or even our live videos and classes and things, these are just my opinions and things that work for me. And remember, there may be something that works for you better. You know, a lot of times I'll get the question, can I use the magic circle instead of how you started? And sometimes I don't use the magic circle because it can be a little bulky. But if you prefer the magic circle, go for it. You know, and it's things like that. We all have preferences in techniques and things that we like. And try several different ways until you find a way that you do like. And as far as the curls, you can do them in a half double crochet and a single crochet. And you can even do them in a triple if you want a really big curl. If you want a tiny curl, like say for a baby hat, you might want to do single crochet curls. So there is lots of different ways that you can do those. I just wanted to do this one today to answer that really nice lady's question, and then, you know, just have some fun with it. All right, so I went to Michael's this weekend, and I found this. Have you all found this yet? It's called Shawl in a Cake, and check this one out. It is so sparkly. Now, the name of this, glasses got to go back on again. All right, this has about, it says 5.3 ounces. Let's see, I'm trying to find the name of the color. It's called Lotus Blossom, and I can't wait to try this. It's so pretty, and like I said, I love that sparkle. Okay, my reason that I went there was because I wanted to find the new cotton, and I didn't find it at Michael's, but I found it at Walmart of all places, and this is the new, it's called Comfy Cotton Blend. And it is by Lion Brand, and it's really soft. And the softness of it reminds me a lot of the I Love This Cotton from Hobby Lobby. So, and I bought 2 cakes. I've got some neat plans for those. This one, see the colors in there? How they blend? They're not solids, they just blend. Isn't that neat? So I found those 2, and I was really excited to find that at Hobby Lobby. But when I was at Michael's, I was walking everywhere. My husband took me there for Mother's Day just to check out the new yarns and stuff. And I couldn't find some of the ones that I was looking for. But I found this. I have to show this to you. Have you heard of London K? I was so excited to find this. She is amazing, and she is well known for her yarn bombing. And so I bought this one. They had 5 kits with different colors, and this one has red, white, and blue in it. And I'm going to do something for the outside of my house because these yarns are made for yarn bombing. And just to say a word or two about yarn bombing, a lot of people have mixed feelings about it. My feelings are it is so much fun to do. It's wonderful to put out. But just remember that it gets dirty and dingy in the rain and the wind. And if you do a yarn bomb and it's out in a public place, make sure you go back and check on it. And if it's tattered, to take it down. Because a lot of people think that it is a way to waste yarn. But if you don't have to use this yarn, by the way. But if you have leftover yarns, you can, something they do here in my town is that in the wintertime they make hats and scarves and they put them on the statues with notes that say, if you need this, take it. And I think that's cool. So the question that Vivian asked is, what is yarn bombing? Yarn bombing is just making something out of yarn and putting it out in a public place. Do yourselves a favor and go check out London Kay. She is magnificent with yarn bombing. I believe she has a YouTube videos, she has Facebook, she has a website, and she's so much fun. And when she writes like her blogs and stuff, you feel like in my mind, because she's from London, in my mind, when I'm reading them, I'm putting that English accent, and then I'm kind of like reading it along with her, and she writes really fun. It's not like all, you know, technical and perfect or anything like that. It's just a fun blog to read. She has a fun Facebook page, and she talks, and she's known for her yarn bombing. And it's just called yarn bombing because people will just like, if you've seen the statue of Mr. Rogers, there's a couple of different people that make sweaters and they'll put them on the statue because he was known for his sweaters that his mother made, you know, and things like that. And I do like to put tags on things that say, you know, take me, it's yours, you know, like a hat or a scarf or a cowl. And it's a really great thing to do. And you can also decorate fences. Another person, what is her name? She's here in Colorado. I can't think of her name, but she does bicycles, and they are the neatest things. She will do the spokes of the bicycles. She'll do the baskets of the bicycles, and they're not bicycles that are useful. I think she actually does do her own and she rides it, but they're usually ones that are the old-fashioned ones that are decorative, you know, and then she'll crochet flowers and stick them in the basket. Anyway, it's something really, really fun. And when I do this, I'm going to do a video and I'll talk a lot about it and kind of explain better what it is. But I was so excited to find this kit. And I got this, I said Michael's. I meant to say I got this at Joann's, not Michael's. I got it at Joann's. She's got kits, and then you can also buy the individual skeins, and they're thick. They're thick, sturdy yarn. There it is. And she has a whole bunch of different kits. I just got the red, white, and blue because I want to make something for the outside of my house. Anyway, I know, I'm so excited about that. Okay, the other thing that we did this week was yesterday we did lesson 10 of our Back to Crochet Basics. And we made these little button bowls. And you can use them for your spare change. You can use them for stitch markers, whatever you want. And what it was we learned how to do the front post double crochet. And that's and if you're not familiar with my Back to Crochet Basic lessons, they're all on YouTube. Just hit the playlist and hit Back to Crochet Basics and all the lessons will come up. We've done 10. I have 12 written, but I might be going farther with that because I have some other questions that I want to do a video for and answer. But anyway, or anywho, this week we did, like I said, the front post double crochet, and then next lesson, which I do them every 2 weeks, and we're going to do the back post double crochet. And what we do is at the beginning of the video, I do just a little lesson, just a brief little lesson of what it is the stitch is. And then we do a practice project, which was our button bowls. So anyway, that's something and we started with basic chaining. And we've moved all the way up to front post double crochet. We've done single crochet in the round, double crochet. We also did continuous single crochet, half double crochets. I can't remember, but there's 10 lessons and they're really super easy to follow. And as always, if you have questions, post your questions. I'll do my best to answer them. Okay, the other thing that we did was the heart granny square. And I originally did the heart granny square for Colorado. The heart the right direction here. There we go. When we were going through all the fires a few years ago. And I had a friend who was working on this, and she was struggling with the heart portion. I said, tell you what, I'll switch out what I was going to do. And I did this video, and I did it in, let's get the heart, there we go. I did it in the purple, pink, and teal, and white. And I walk you through how to do the heart. And really, it's simple. Once you do the heart, the rest of it's basically a granny square. Super easy. You can change colors however you want, and it's a 10-inch square. And we did that this last week as well. All right, so that's everything. Woo! Lots going on, huh? Did I miss anybody? Did everybody clink in? If you want to know where I got this pineapple coffee cup, I got it at Walmart. They have, if you go down there, one of their dishes aisle, they have this neat little display of a bunch of coffee cups, and they had a bunch of new ones. And hopefully next week I'll be sipping something that I can drink that's cool, not cold, huh? Because it's cold, I mean not hot, because it's cold outside. All righty, I'm going to announce the winners again, just in case anybody missed them, okay? And if I butchered how I pronounced your name, I'm really sorry. Please don't hate me. I'll do my best. All right, now, the winner of the mystery box is Cheryl Bracewell. Cheryl Bracewell. The winner of the two, there's two that I showed you at the beginning, the cotton bags of Premier Cotton Yarns. The two winners are Jennifer Hellwedge. That's Jennifer Hellwedge. And then the other winner is Barbara Borealis. Barbara Borealis. Email me your shipping address, and I'll get those right out to you. Now, the last thing I wanted to talk about is yesterday, or actually a couple of days ago, I put out on my Facebook page a question. And I just said, what brought you to crochet? Or why is it you started crocheting? But I also said I wanted you to answer it with one word. And I learned to crochet at or from a library book. And so I just put library. And as I was reading down through, I saw lots of people put mom, Nana, grandma, and I thought that was so cool. And my mom didn't crochet, my grandma didn't crochet, and I actually tried to teach my mom to crochet one time, and we had a lot of fun, but she didn't care for it and didn't catch on. But it sure was fun trying to teach her. But I'm just really curious, what brought you to crochet? Did you just stumble upon it on the internet? Did you find a book like I did? Did someone that you know teach you? I'm just curious. So I would love for you to answer that question. What brought you to crochet? And try to keep it to one word, as I think that's really fun. And I mean, it's just fun to know how everybody got brought to crochet. You can comment on Facebook or you can comment on YouTube. Both of them's fine. I try really hard to read them both. And when we were doing the giveaway from last week, I had so many comments I was having trouble getting through all of them, but I did. And a couple of nights I sat up late and just read every one of them. And I love them when they're funny and silly, but I also love when people share their hearts with me. There were a couple of wonderful, wonderful several comments that just really touched my heart about why they, why they were wanting to win, or why, And I had to confess to you, my granddaughter, she did not pick the names. I had to do it in a random generator because she went out of town with her mom and dad. My son, he has a company called Olympus Off-Road, and they race, and they had a race in California this week, and so her mom and her went with my son. And I like it when they can go, because then they can spend time together, and had a little vacation in California. So my husband got all the names off YouTube, and we put them in a random generator, and we just had him pick 1, 2, 3. And so, I mean, they were randomly picked, but I kind of like when my granddaughter does, because she'll read through the names and go, "Ooh, I like that name. Let's pick that one," you know. So, and she doesn't know anybody, so it's still kind of fun. But that's okay. They're still randomly picked, and like I said, email me, and I will get those sent right out to you. So that's all I've got for you today. I know that's a lot. I hope you had fun learning how to make the super duper curly Q, and that you'll make it and use it a lot, because I will. I love them. They're fun. And I want you to have a wonderful, wonderful week. And I can't wait till next week. I forgot I was going to tell you this. Remember when we made the rose together a few weeks ago? Well, next week, we're going to make a leaf to go with that rose. And then I'm going to show you how to use those things, the rose and the leaf, in a really cool project. So don't miss next week, alrighty? I know a lot of people are starting to get out of school, want to go on vacation. So anyway, everybody have a wonderful and blessed week, and I'll see you next week. Keep crocheting.